Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, joining me now, always and forever. Niall, this speech has been described as the most consequential moment in Biden's presidency. Did he bring a tone of unity that all parties could rally behind?
He did in some levels, Adrienne. I mean, I think the Ukraine issue did, in fact, get a lot of bipartisan support. That was the opening part of the speech. Everyone knew it would be the headline. And there is a fair amount of unanimity on the need for the United States to really pursue a hard line and try to reverse this invasion. Now, obviously, we're in a very polarized time at the moment. But the president, and this is one of the most interesting aspects of the speech, really did try to at least pull back from some of the more left-wing, for want of a better term, proposals that have been associated with the Democratic Party, defund the police or lax border controls, things like that. So that was interesting.
It was interesting. It was interesting that some in the room who probably would be a surprise to others, to a number of people watching at home, stood when he mentioned that defund the police topic. Do you believe that he struck a more moderate tone intentionally, hoping to bridge the divide?
I do, and I think that gets at a really important point. To me, the purpose of this speech from the president's perspective was to try to get back some of the voters he has lost. A lot of people elected President Biden, Adrienne, as a sort of return to normalcy, as a break from the very turbulent back and forth that we saw in the previous 4 years. Most people didn't really elect Joe Biden to be some sort of left-wing firebrand. Rightly or wrongly, he has become perceived that way by a lot of people, and I think there was an attempt to try to correct that last night.
Well, it certainly was a tone that roused a lot of people in terms of unity, not only here in America, but globally, defeating the war in Ukraine. Thank you so much, Niall, for being with us. I know we're always happy to see you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.